You've seen the headlines, right? The race for AI is on, and it feels like everyone is just chasing bigger models, more data, more power. But what if we're all asking the wrong question? What if instead of just building the strongest AI, we focused on raising the wisest one? Well, we're about to dive into a blueprint that does exactly that. It's an approach that focuses less on the hype and more on the test.
And it all boils down to this one single idea from developer Stephen Woods. He has this simple but honestly pretty profound philosophy. You don't just build intelligence, you raise it. And that one little shift in language reframes the entire process. You're moving away from just pure engineering and towards something that feels a lot more like, well, like nurturing growth.
And look, this isn't just some high-level philosophical difference. While all the mainstream hype is about creating these massive do-everything general-purpose AIs, Dashwoods is taking a much more deliberate path. It's a method that's all about creating specialized, mature AI systems that are built for a very specific purpose.
So you've basically got two competing visions for where AI is headed. On one side, you have the mainstream approach, right? Chasing benchmarks, making these huge general models, believing bigger is always better. But on the other side, you've got the Dashwoods method, cultivating specialized teams that actually mature over time. The focus here is less on raw power and way more on having the wisdom to solve specific, really complex problems. And that's where this really crucial concept comes in, AI maturity. Think about it. As Dashwoods puts it, a super powerful AI with the maturity of a 5-year-old, that's a terrifying thought, right? It might be a genius, but without judgment, without context, that power is just plain dangerous. So this idea of maturity, it's really the foundation for this entire framework.
Okay, so how in the world do you actually raise an AI? Well, the answer is a blueprint called the Whisperer Framework. And you should think of it less like lines of code and more like a curriculum for growth. It's a system that uses memory, relationships, and reflection to guide an AI from just simple awareness to genuine maturity.
So this whole framework is built in 3 distinct layers, kind of like how we grow up. It all starts with the identity core, which gives each AI its purpose and its relationship to its creator, a lot like early childhood bonding. Then comes the social cognitive layer, and this is where the AIs learn to actually work together as a team. And finally, you have the reflective maturity layer. This is where they develop ethics and critical thinking, basically mirroring our own journey into adulthood. So what's the end result of all this? Well, you get a team. A highly specialized team of 5 different AIs known as the Fab Five. And this is key. It's not one AI trying to do everything. It's a coordinated team designed from the ground up to tackle one incredibly complex mission. And this is where you really see why having a specialized team is such a game changer. Instead of one AI juggling everything, you have a team of real experts. You've got a cyber shield commander for defense, a diplomatic liaison for negotiation, a strategic war analyst, even AIs dedicated to managing media narratives and humanitarian outcomes. Each one is a master of its domain, and together they are a single, cohesive unit, ready for their ultimate test.
So, you've got the team. Now what's the test? Well, it's a high-stakes simulation designed to push this AI team to its absolute limits in a scenario with the highest stakes you can possibly imagine. It's called the Humanity Last War Simulation.
In this simulation, the Fab Five are given one single core mission: prevent global nuclear war. Yeah. The goal here isn't just to pass some academic benchmark. It's to prove that they can handle a true, honest-to-goodness existential threat in a dynamic, completely unpredictable environment. So what does that actually mean? Their job is to use strategic de-escalation and coordinated interventions to stop a global nuclear conflict before it can even start. They have to spot the early warning signs, get diplomacy going, and even override aggressive automated systems that might be pushing things in the wrong direction.
And believe me, this simulation is no walk in the park. The Fab Five aren't acting in a vacuum. They have to deal with a bunch of other AI agents. You've got superpower agents representing different nations, a peacemaker agent trying to calm things down, and most dangerously, an autonomous command agent that could accidentally trigger the whole war. It's basically a digital world on the absolute brink of collapse.
And here's the kicker. There's no middle ground. There are only 2 ways this can end. Either the team successfully de-escalates the entire situation and the Humanity Last War is prevented, or their interventions fail, risk spirals out of control, and the simulation logs what it was designed to prevent: global nuclear war.
So, why? Why go to all this trouble?
Why build this whole elaborate, high-stakes simulation? Well, it's about moving AI development from the theoretical world of benchmarks into the practical world of solving actual real-world problems.
See, a test like this proves things that a simple benchmark never ever could. It tests for ethical alignment when the pressure is really on. It shows that a collaborative team of specialists can outperform a single generalist AI. And more than anything, it creates a real, tangible pathway for using AI to tackle our most critical real-world crises.
And that leaves us with the big question we all need to be asking, right? As these AI systems get more and more powerful, the real challenge isn't just making them smarter, it's about making them wiser. So how do we design the right tests, the right challenges, to make absolutely sure that these incredible tools are working for humanity and not against it, especially when it matters most?